Hi, Ms. Streeter. My name is Summer. It's nice to meet you.
Hi Summer, it's nice to meet you as well.
Thank you for coming today. So we're here to talk about a change that you've been thinking about making in your future. So could you go ahead and start off and tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. A change I've been thinking about making for the future is kind of a big change. It's a career change. I'm a social work major right now. I feel like I've gained a lot of skills and a lot of knowledge throughout the social work program. And I am interested in social work beyond when we graduate. But I have been interested also in being a flight attendant, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of a very spontaneous kind of decision and out there. But I'm thinking that after I graduate with my bachelor's in social work, I might want to become a flight attendant, which is, I think that I'll be able to hone in on those skills that I've learned throughout my social work degree. And I think I'll be able to use those skills as a flight attendant. Being a flight attendant requires customer service and speaking to people who might be anxious about flying or feeling kind of nervous and whatnot. So I think that, the skills that I've learned in communication and also speaking with clients would be able to help me in customer service of a flight attendant. I know that it's kind of a very out there decision, but I think it's something that will be exciting and spontaneous. It's always kind of been interesting to me and an idea I've had to travel the world. I'm from Vietnam, so I think that'd be awesome to get to travel over there and to see different sites in the world that, I haven't been able to see before, and I probably wouldn't ever be able to see if I weren't a flight attendant. So that's definitely a change I'm interested in.
So it sounds like this is something that you're really interested in, and you've really thought about how you could put the skills that you're learning to use even in a different area.
Yeah, you're definitely right. In social work, I feel like I said, we've learned a lot about communication and about speaking with people and about learning different empathy and mindfulness and being in the present. And I think that would really come in handy if I were a flight attendant. I would be able to meet people of diverse backgrounds and meet people of all ages and whatnot. So I think that it's something that I could really hone in on and use my skills on for the future if I were to become a flight attendant. It's a pretty competitive kind of area of work that doesn't require, a bachelor's degree. So a lot of people are looking to get into that area of work without going to through all the school. But, if I've been through all the school, I think that maybe I have a better chance, hopefully, because it is so competitive. So I think that for the future, it's a change that I'm interested in making, and hopefully, maybe it will come true. So.
Well, it sounds like you've really thought it through, and you've really thought about how you can take advantage of opportunities and use the skills that you're already gaining right now, even though it wasn't what you had originally thought you were going to do.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I'm kind of going with the flow and trying to see where life kind of leads me. It's a very spontaneous decision, like I mentioned, but I think I do have a good support system back home. My family is really encouraging me to do whatever I want to do with my life, and it's something that I've thought about, like you said, I've thought about, and I want to pursue for the future, and I want to see where it leads me. So yeah.
So could you tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not very interested and 10 being very interested, how you feel about your level of interest in becoming a flight attendant?
Sure, it would probably be like a 7 or 8 or so. Like you said, I've really thought a lot about it and thought about pursuing this life change. And a 7 or 8, like I said, because it's something that hopefully will come true. It might not. But it's a change. It would be a very large change, obviously. I've gone through the social work program to become a social worker. This is kind of a different path, although, like I said, I would be able to use some of the skills that I've learned and hopefully have a leg up in the, flight attendant realm for asking to become a flight attendant and, receiving that job offer. So, yeah.
So it sounds like at a 7 or 8, this is something that you're pretty serious about and something that you've thought through pretty well.
Definitely. It's, I don't know, it's kind of crazy in my opinion because, like I said, I have gone through this school to become a social worker, and I've gotten this internship for next year just like you have and just like many of the other students in our class have, but it's not what an internship, no one would be a flight attendant internship for the social work program. So it's kind of a different path, but it's something that, like you said, a 7 or 8 is a very kind of serious decision and something that could lead me somewhere in the future.
Okay, well, it seems like you've really thought that out and you have a great support system backing you up. And it seems like if it's something that you're very interested in, it would be a good decision for you.
Yep, definitely. And I'm excited to see where the future leads me and where I'll be able to take my social work degree, whether it is becoming a flight attendant or not. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy and it's kind of spontaneous and out there, but I'm interested in seeing where it takes me.
Okay, well, it sounds like this is something that is very serious to you and some change that you're really putting some effort into for your future. So can you tell me a little bit about some other changes that you've tried to make in the past?
Yeah, I've tried in the past to make a change regarding, my healthier lifestyle. I whether it was a New Year's resolution to try to become healthier and eat healthier foods or work out more, it's something that wasn't necessarily unsuccessful in the past, but definitely something that I need to work on.
Okay, so it seems like you've had some unsuccessful times working through the becoming healthy phase, but it's also something that you're persevering towards that you want in your life.
Yeah, definitely. I think, excuse me, as we get older, it's definitely something that I need to take into consideration because we are going to be, our metabolism always gets kind of lower, and the energy level is going to go down a little bit as we get older. And so, being healthier, I think will only be more beneficial to my future. I'm hoping to eat healthy. That's the main point that I'm kind of looking towards is eating healthier because, I do like my sweets and my fried food and my junk food, just like any college student, I think. But I do think that it's important to make a change, especially for the future, like I said, as we get older. So, I am trying to take steps to becoming healthier as we move on towards graduating and kind of getting into the real world and having a more set schedule. I want to have a more set, healthier lifestyle schedule too.
Okay, so this is something that you really think will benefit you later on in your future. What kinds of changes, what kinds of steps do you think would benefit you in moving towards this change?
I think that it would be smart to, maybe put myself on a more regular schedule and take into consideration either by like a food diary that I've compiled of what I've been eating throughout the day or not, because I think that will help me for the future and seeing what I've eaten and seeing what I haven't eaten, and how I could change that. I also want to kind of get into my workouts a little bit more. I think being physical and being healthy, food-wise, is important to collaborate with each other. So.
Okay, so it sounds like you've put a lot of thought into really how you could implement this change in your life.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said, I think there are steps that are going to have to be taken to make this lifestyle change. It's not going to happen overnight, and it is something that I will need to work on for the rest of my life. Just like anyone, I think, who's making a healthier lifestyle change, it's definitely going to be something that is a change for the lifestyle and a change forever. You can't. It's not going to happen overnight, like I said, and it's going to take a while to get used to. So. Yeah.
Well, it really sounds like for both of these changes that you've been talking about that you've put a lot of thought into it, and it sounds like you're really motivated into doing what you want in your life. So I really think that's a great thing that you're able to recognize what kinds of changes you want to see in your life, and you're able to see what steps you can take to make those changes. So yeah. I really want to thank you for coming to talk to me today, and it was very interesting hearing your story.
Thanks, Summer.
Thanks.